Hi guys, welcome back. Rob from Arcane Knives and Catapults. So today we're continuing with the Tanto, so this is part 2. Basically all I've done is I've just done a bit of a tidy up on the grinds and drilled a few more holes just to reduce the weight in the tank. The balance at the minute is in the centre, but I do need to obviously fit the scales. But they're not going to be too thick, so shouldn't increase the weight by too much. What we're going to do in a minute, we are going to apply some clay, 1095 steel, so we are hoping to pull a HAMON out on this blade. So we'll apply some clay and then we'll get onto the heat treat, and hopefully we will get a nice strong line in there after we etch it. Okay, so I'm just going to give the blade a bit of a clean up with some acetone, just to remove any residual oils and stuff like that, any little blemishes that could affect obviously the heat treat and the HAMON. So it's just acetone that you can just buy from any local shop. So now we're just going to lay on a layer of the clay. It's not clay that I'm using, it is gum, which is an exhaust repair paste. Seen people use it with a bit of success, so I thought I'd give that a try before I start buying like furnace cements and stuff like that. So I wasn't too sure how much to put on, so I've just put a liberal layer on what I thought might work. And obviously it's a bit of a learning curve, so we'll give that a try and see what happens. There we go, nice layer on there, pretty thick. And all I've done there, I've just to give it a quick heat with a blowtorch, just to try and cure it out a little bit before the heat treat. So I'm going to pop that into the kiln, bring that up to temperature. So here we are removing it. It brought it up to critical, non-magnetic, and we're going to pop that now down into the quench oil. So there we go, that's down in the quench. I've got a bit of a flame on there, that will go out in a second. I'm actually using an old ammo tin, so if it did proper catch fire, I can just flip the lid on it, cut the oxygen off, and that would put out the fire. So I'm just going to pop that on the board and we'll take it back into the workshop. And now we're going to remove the clay from the blade and see what condition it's in. So just scrape that off. It actually comes off really easy, to be honest, and it did make me a bit dubious on whether it would actually work. So yeah, I was a little bit worried that it would have been a failure on this HAMON, but I carry on, see what we can come out with, and see what happens. So I'm just giving it a quick clean up now prior to giving it a temper in the oven. So I think I did this for about 260 for an hour. I've got some nice temper colours on there and brought the hardness down slightly. Obviously the spine's slightly softer anyway. So now onto the hand sand. It's already been obviously tempered. We're going to take it up to a 320 grit finish. Try and flatten out any high and low spots using a higher grit, and then after this we can have a quick look, see if we are successful with that HAMON. Okay then guys, so just done a quick hand sand, brought that up to a 320 finish, just so we can do a quick etch, just to see how the HAMON's coming out. So that's my jar of ferric chloride and then some bicarb in the background. You can see a nice dark line there, so there is the contrast between the reaction between the two steels, from the clay covered to the fully hardened. So yeah, I'm going to bring it up to a higher finish, but I'm going to do the scales first. So thanks for watching guys. I'll leave a link to part 1, and please give us a thumbs up if you like the video, like, comment and subscribe.